So you're looking at getting some skins, but unfortunately you're quite taken back by the prices. Well, fear not, this video is for you, because today folks, I'm Jojo and I'm going to show you some awesome skins that do not cost a lot of money. Before we get into this video, I'd just like to say, please leave a like and subscribe. It costs nothing and just takes a second of your time, but it helps me out massively. If you want to show any form of support to the channel, that's a way to do it. So let's get straight into today's video, shall we? And with our first skin, we've got the USP Cortex. Now, as you can see here, it's an extremely clean skin. It looks fantastic in minimal wear, which is what we're showing it off on. Although you can get this a lot cheaper and say field tested. This is only going to cost you $4.34, and it's an awesome CT weapon that looks extremely nice, lovely vibrant colours. I really like the pink on this. And of course, as I said, you can basically get it for half the price in field tested. I like minimal wear though, because it shows off the skin, and it's like almost like purest form, if that makes sense. It looks so good. But yeah, the USP-S Cortex is our first pick. Got another absolute stunner here for our next pick, and it's the Glock Vogue. Again, in minimal wear, you can grab this for about $3.70. Now, you can get it for a bit cheaper in field tested, of course, but I do think the wear shows quite like noticeably on this skin, so I would recommend getting it in either a low float field tested or a minimal wear. But I really like how vibrant this skin is. It looks great in you know, high lighting conditions like on this map, and then in low light as well. You know, it really pops. I love the sticker crafts you can do for this skin as well. There's so much possibilities. It really is a superb skin. That is the Glock Vogue for our second pick. Up next, we've got our first covert. So yes, you can actually get coverts for not that much. This isn't the only one. Stay tuned for more. But we've got the FAMAS Bad Trip. Now, you can get this in field tested for only $2. Literally amazing. I mean, the only thing that you can tell like a big difference between factory new and field tested is if we just bring it out here. As you can see, the back sort of part of the where the handle is a little bit scratched up, and that gets worse depending on the wear. But you can get a pretty clean one if the pattern's good and if the float is good. So keep your eyes peeled. You might be able to pick one up pretty good. Otherwise, you know, minimal wear really isn't that much more, but I went with field tested because I think that's the best value for money. It just is a really nice FAMAS, and this is actually the FAMAS I use in game. I just think it's arguably the best FAMAS in the game. Awesome skin, absolutely awesome skin. Up next, we've got a classic fan favourite, the M4A4 Neo-Noir. Now, admittedly, this isn't a very good float, so you could probably get a little bit of a better float. But in field tested, this is only going to cost you $8. Now, bear in mind, as of the day of recording this video, which is the 3rd of September 2025, be aware that literally all M4 skins are quite inflated in price. Now, you can definitely, any other time of the year, pick this up for under $5, but it is literally shot up in price recently. So if I was going to be completely honest, I'd hold off on this for now. I have decided to include it on the list because I know this will go down in price. However, for those of you who are desperate for it, you can still pick this up for only $8. It's not a crazy amount of money, and it just does look amazing. But bear in mind, you're going to want a pretty good field tested, because as you can see, there's some quite clear visual scratches on it. So, you know, float is really important on this. However, even like this just looks awesome. It doesn't look as good as it did in CSGO, in my opinion, and this is one of the reasons why it hasn't shot up in price over the years, but I still think this gun looks awesome in CS2. Up next, we've got an absolute banger of a skin, the AK Headshot. Now, I have a little bit of bias here because I used to have one of these in Stat Trap minimal wear. I loved the living hell out of this thing. I did get, eventually, my dream AK. However, you know, I was very reluctant to get rid of this. I really was. This is an absolute stunner of an AK. It's so good. It's pearlescent, which means every time you inspect or reload it, it changes colour. There's so much going on. It's extremely vibrant. Sticker crafts are absolutely unreal on this. You can whack like 5 hollows on and the gun just looks unreal. And this is only $6 in field tested. You could get it even cheaper in Battle Scarred, and honestly, Battle Scarred doesn't look that bad. But yeah, field tested is where I'd say the sweet spot is. Minimal wear if you can afford it, but field tested is definitely good enough. But just an absolutely unbelievable skin. Number one has got to be the AWP Atheris. It is just absolutely amazing. I mean, just look at this thing. This is one of those skins where, honestly, if it wasn't a purple, I think it would be worth so much more money. Like, if this was a red, it would be extremely expensive. But without a doubt, this is one of, if not the best AWPs in the entire game. It just looks amazing, and especially considering that you can pick this bad boy up in field tested for only $4. That is it. $4. That is so cheap. This thing is under $5. That is just unreal. Just a superb skin, really, really nice, very, very vibrant, looks absolutely dank in CS2, got great crafting potential as well, just an awesome skin. You know, when I see people with, you know, cheap inventories, like, sometimes, I can't lie, I do feel a little bit bad for them. I'm like, oh man, you're making do with what you got. However, I have absolute unparalleled respect for this skin, and actually, to be fair, any of the skins on this list, that's why I've included them. But yeah, if you are on a tight budget, this AWP is the AWP for you. There is no other choice, in my opinion. This just is the best for the price. You know what, I'd even say, I mean, this is my current AWP that I have. I have an AWP Chromatic Aberration. This in non-stat Trek is also another one you could probably look at. It's also pretty cheap. But I mean, I personally really like this AWP. But I would even say this in some cases is better. Like, I just prefer this one. But yeah, no, overall, superb AWP, amazing choice, and a fantastic #1 pick to end off the video. But I hope that's been informative for you guys. I hope that's helped you guys out and find some skins that you guys are interested in. Obviously, all of the prices in this video are using the global marketplace. They are not on Steam Community Market, so bear that in mind. You're not going to find these prices on Steam. However, look at CS Float, CS Money, Skins Monkey, you know, all of these sites where you can compare and whatnot, and you'll be able to find them. But yeah, bear in mind again, guys, that the market is a little bit up right now, so I would avoid any big spends on the game at the moment. But you know, if you can't help it, then these are definitely the ones for you. Keep your eyes peeled as well, folks, before I go. A 500 subscriber special is coming soon. I might actually do it over the weekend, so you might get a double upload this week, you lucky devils. It's probably going to be a funny moments video. I know some of you guys just like the skin videos, but I like to keep a little bit of variety with the channel, so bear that in mind. Anyway, without waffling too much, look out for next week's video where I will be doing the same thing, but for under $1. So keep your eyes peeled for that if you want even more budget videos. But yeah, I've been Z or Jojo, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!